Eric Hill, Dyad Assignment, doing number 3, high school sophomore, refuses to go to his resource class anymore, says he's sick of being one of those dummies. Parents are cooperative, but report losing control of their son at home. Mrs. Mallory, thank you for coming in today to speak with me. My name is Eric Hill, and I'm the diagnostician here at Western Middle School. I understand that Adam has been refusing to go to resource class. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, he came home from school yesterday. He had a serious attitude problem, and he said he is not going to resource math anymore, and that there's nothing I could do or that we could do to force him to go.
Do you know the last time that he went to class? Did he go last week?
Yeah, he's been going, each time that he has class, but he's just being really defiant and saying he's not going to go anymore. And we've tried talking to him, and we yell at him, and we give him punishment, or we try to, and he's not responding, and he's still just refusing, saying he's not going to go.
And how long has he been in resource?
He's been there since the beginning of the school year. He's been there the whole time.
And do you know of anything that has happened in any of his other classes, or that he's reported at school having problems with anyone, or anyone else saying something like this to him?
No, not specifically in any other classes, but he's always kind of brought up that he doesn't want to be in resource, and he feels like it's for slow kids or dummy kids, and he's not one of them, and he doesn't relate to it, and he kind of feels like he's better than the kids in the class. So he's always had a little bit of an attitude about it, but he's always gone to class until now.
I'm very concerned about him not wanting to go to class, and I really would want him to want to go to class. That's our goal. But in the interim, we want for him to be in class. So what I will need to do is speak with his teacher. Have you spoken to the teacher about this yet?
Well, not really. I called the school, and I asked to speak to the counselor, but the counselor told me to talk to you. And we've tried to deal with it at home first, and he's, being so defiant, it's hard to deal with him, and he's just kind of not doing his chores, and he's not talking to us, and he's kind of doing whatever he wants to do, and he thinks that he's in control and he could do what he wants, and that he's not going to go.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that this is occurring at home. I see when I looked and did a little bit of research that STAR is approaching, and that he had this type of behavior last year near STAR, where he started acting out. Last year it was in different ways. He got in a fight with another one of his friends. They had a falling out, and that was right before STAR. And when I sat down and spoke with him, he said it was because of the leveling of anxiety that he felt. So I'm wondering if that's occurring, but what I'll have to do before I can make any snap judgments on this, I'm going to gather more information. So I'm going to speak with his teacher, and I'm going to speak with his other teachers, other than his resource teacher, to see things that have been happening in class, and if he's made any statements like this in his other classes. Again,
well, how long is that going to take? Because he's saying on B Day he's not going to go to class.
Okay. I'm actually going to speak with them. They have a meeting today for the team meeting that they will have later this afternoon, and I will be able to sit in on that team meeting and address it then. So I will be able to let you know tomorrow what they've said about any other things that are happening. I'll talk to him and see what his feelings are, and if we could work out something to try to see what's going on, or try to get him in the class. I would hope that he would tell me about how he's feeling, and that I can come up with some solutions.
So what would his teacher do about it?
His teacher can also speak with him. She may know a little bit more about it, because I know that there are several students in there that he's not getting along with, that he actually calls names. So I could tell that he's not getting along with them. So it may be an issue of the group work that they do in there, and he's having problems with the curriculum, and he's just not saying that, and this is a way to get out of it. I don't know. Or he could legitimately be having a problem with feeling embarrassed being around some of the kids. One of the kids are in a wheelchair, so maybe because of his age, he's becoming a little bit insecure about people identifying him with that student with the wheelchair. But I won't know that until I speak with him, and we can try to arrive at some solutions about what the problem is, address that, and at the same time try to get him back in class. Because if he doesn't go to class, then that's refusal to go to class. That's the same as cutting class. He would have to go to ISS for the period. And I don't think that he would want to do that.
So you are going to give him like punishments and stuff if he doesn't go, right?
If he doesn't go, as with any other student in our school, he would have to go to ISS because he's refusing to go to class. That's the same as cutting class.
Well, if he goes to ISS, what about his work? Or how is he going to be on track with everything?
The teacher will send the worksheets that they're working on in class down to ISS so he can work on those. And that's actually when I'll be able to, or even before that, hopefully, I'll be able to speak with him at length about how he's feeling and why he's having these feelings.
Okay, so what are we supposed to do at home then? Just, leave it up to you guys, or do we give him punishment at home?
Since it's a school issue, I would say that we can handle that at school, where he would go to ISS, as I had said. At home, if he's doing something at home that's worthy of punishment, that's your decision. But I would keep home at home and school at school. If it's homework that he's refusing to do, then yeah, that would be an instance where you would want to have...
He's not doing his homework either for that class.
Okay, and then we can have him in Thursday night reflections here, where he would stay for 3 hours after school on a Thursday night to be able to finish some of that homework. And I will look at his grades to see how he's doing in his other classes. At this point, I don't know if he's failing. He wasn't on the failure list. But
No, he's not failing any classes.
So thank you, and I will speak with him about that. Like I said, I will do some research. I will speak with the team today. I will be able to get back to you tomorrow with an answer about the information that I've gathered. And either he will be in ISS if he refuses to go to class, or we will have spoken and worked out a plan for him to be able to go into the classroom. Might add one plan would be he would receive some type of reward. If he's in class for the 35 minutes, last 10 minutes he can go get free computer time.
Are you going to talk to me and get my approval before you have a plan for him that you make up between you and him?
Since this is at school, I can let you know about it if you'd like for me to let you know about it. And if you wanted to okay the plan, that's fine. I've worked with other students with similar issues, and just having a plan, it's not a formal plan. This is an informal plan where we would just agree if he's in class for 35 minutes, then the last 10 minutes he's going to go to the learning lab and he would have free time where he could be on the computer. I know he likes looking at cars, so he'd be able to look up his cars. That relaxes him if it's an anxiety issue because, as I had said, STAR is right around the corner. So he would feel a little bit more in control that he can be in the class for this length of time, and then he gets his free time. And then plus it has the additional bonus of if he's concerned about being seen walking out of the class with the students, he's already in the learning lab, so he's not walking out of the class with these students. However, he has another three resource classes throughout the day where he's with those same students.
Okay, well, what if he does well for like a week, but then he stops going to class?
Then we'll address it with him cutting class, and he would be in ISS. If it's something that he refuses to do and he's flat out refusing to go to class, then administration will become involved for him to have those Thursday night reflections where he's making up that time on Thursday nights for 3 hours.
Okay, well, you'll email me, so about what time can I expect for you to get back to me tomorrow?
Tomorrow I will actually call you. The end of the day is 3:35, and I have my conference period, 8th period. I will call you at that time. It starts at 2:30. So I will give you a call tomorrow at 2:30.
Okay, well, thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Thank you. See you tomorrow.